See, I can take any tangent to the ellipse in its parametric form as x by a cos theta plus y by b sin theta is equal to 1. Now, with the coordinate axis on the area of the triangle formed, I can see that x-intercept is 4 by cos theta. So that's the point, and the y-intercept is 9 by sin theta. Therefore, area of the triangle is nothing but half into mod AB, 4 by cos theta into 9 by sin theta. So I am getting 36 by mod sin 2 theta, which is obviously greater than or equal to 36. Therefore, the minimum area is obviously greater than or equal to 36. You see, in real numbers we have this. I have a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca is greater than or equal to 0. It means that sigma a square is greater than or equal to sigma ab. And I have a plus b plus c whole square greater than or equal to 0. From this I get sigma a square is plus 2 times sigma AB is greater than or equal to 0, or I get 2 times sigma AB is greater than or equal to minus sigma A square. So I have it as mixing these two. I have sigma AB is greater than or equal to minus sigma A square by 2 and less than or equal to sigma A square. This is there in real numbers. Useful one. Now I want you to observe that here in the case of vectors, if I take sigma mod x bar plus y bar whole square and expand this, I am going to have it as sigma x bar square, which is 1 plus y bar square plus 2 times x bar dot y bar I get, which is nothing but 6 plus 2 times sigma x bar dot y bar. Now I want you to observe that if I go for x bar plus y bar plus z bar whole square, obviously this is greater than or equal to 0. From this I get sigma x bar square plus 2 times sigma x bar dot y bar is greater than or equal to 0 I get. Now in this problem I have each one is equal to 1, so this will be 3 plus 2 times sigma x bar dot y bar is greater than or equal to 0. So from this I am getting sigma x bar dot y bar is greater than or equal to minus 3 by 2. Using that here I will have this as greater than or equal to 6 plus 2 into minus 3 by 2. You will have ultimately this as equal to 3. So this is greater than or equal to 3. That means the minimum value is 3. And actually observe that we say it is the minimum only when it takes the value. Observe that this is possible when we adjust the vector such that angle between any two is 120 degrees. In this problem, let us first see how many elements of the set satisfy this inequality. How many elements of this set satisfy this inequality? You see, for that you know our wavy curve method and all that, it is 10 and 30 and 50. So if x lies here, then obviously it will be negative in this region. So this region I don't want. This is okay, not okay, this is okay. So I can have x lying between 10 and 30. You can see that it cannot take 30. It is open because it is in the denominator. Okay. So it can take 10. So here we have 20 numbers belonging to the set satisfying the inequality. And let us see here how many are there in this region. So it is, you can, this time x can take 50, and you can see that the maximum you can go up to is 100. So in this, the elements that belong to the given set are nothing but 51 in number. So total 71 are there satisfying this. Now if you pick any one of them, then it comes in 100 ways. Therefore the total number of outcomes is 100 and the number of favorable outcomes is 71. Therefore P of A is 71 by 100. Rest is obvious. See, this is a very simple one. We have much better problem than this in the intermediate textbook itself. You see, I'm going for the 4-digit numbers. Let us see how many times I'm going to have 3 in the units place. As repetition is not allowed, the remaining 3 digits can be arranged in this place in 3 factorial ways, which is 6. So 3 comes in the units place for 6 times. Similarly, 4 comes in the units place for 6 times. So if I add the units places, I'll have 3 for 6 times and I'll have 4 for 6 times, like that. So it is 6 into 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. So simplifying, you'll have the answer as 108. See, we have an AP. If I assume AP is like this, A plus D, A plus 2D, like that, he said that all are positive integers. Therefore the common difference, it must be a positive integer. I mean, it cannot be negative. D, it must be an integer. D is greater than or equal to 0, we can say. He gave that second term is 12, that is A plus D is equal to 12. You see, D, it is an integer. Common difference is an integer because all the terms are integers. Now he said the sum of first 9 terms lies between 200 and 220. I am going for sum to 9 terms of the AP. It is n by 2 into 2A plus n minus 1 into D. So he gave this lies between 200 and 220. Now I get from this 200 is less than or equal to 9 into A plus D plus 3D less than or equal to 220. So from this I am getting 200 by 9 less than or equal to A plus D is 12 plus 3D is less than or equal to 220 by 9. Now from this I have, now subtracting a 12 throughout, I have it as 200 by 9 minus 12, 108. That is 92 by 9 less than or equal to 3D is less than or equal to 112 by 9. So I am getting 92 by 27 less than or equal to D is less than or equal to 112 by 27. Now you can see that this is 3 point something and this is 4 point something. So D lies between them and we know that it must be an integer. The only integer that is lying between these limits is nothing but 4. So I get D is equal to 4. Now once you have D is equal to 4, using that here I have A is equal to 8. Therefore A plus 2D is equal to 8 plus, sorry, we want the fourth term, A plus 3D, that is 3 into 4. It will be 20. Okay.